Hello, everyone. I know I always go live at the most awkward times, but it's hard. I've said it before, trying to run the company and at the same time, going live and trying to set a schedule and things like that. Around here, anytime you try to set a schedule, it's hard to stick to. But I did want to go live and answer a few questions since I have some time and to talk about the tour Elena. So I'm gonna let people kind of get logged in for a minute and then I'll get started. Oh, we got 6 people. Wow, 6 people. Um, my name is Elena Kingethi, and I am the proud CEO of EK Management and Associates, located right here in the heart of Kansas City, Missouri, Raytown, Missouri. We're like a suburb of Kansas City. I'm so excited. Like there's so many things I'm excited about, and I'll share with you guys. Let me come over here and see what everybody has to say. Sam, hey Sam, and Vaughn, hello, and Mr. Frederick Burden. I don't see you on our Atlanta tour yet, Mr. Burden. You said you'll see me in Atlanta, but I don't see your name on our list yet. Sam, I just want to say you're an amazing woman. And watching live from Zambia, Africa. Oh wow. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Marcus Pickens, hello to you, sweetie. Sam, you're such a huge inspiration. Thank you. Thank you to all of you guys. In Atlanta, what's going on? Awesome, awesome. So, what's going on in Atlanta is I'm doing a tour, a freight tour. This idea came to me because I have so many people that want to go through freight training and agent training, dispatching training, brokering training. I'm very particular when it comes to training. Like, I do all the training myself. And so, I do my own training and I manage an entire trucking company. I manage a team of dispatchers, a team of accountants, a team of drivers, like I really do a lot. And I'm real possessive of some things. Some things I give away and some things I don't. So when it comes to training, it's hard. Like it's hard for me to let go of the training aspect or to let other people come in and train because the training is like my heart, it's my blood. And I feel like new people coming into the industry, you guys are so vulnerable and people can take advantage of the vulnerability. And I like to make sure people are trained the way that they need to be trained, that they get what it is that they need to get. I believe in giftings and I believe in callings. And I know that one of my God anointed gifts is teaching and education ever since I was a little girl. And so I'm real particular with that. So, and being particular with training, my schedule gets so complicated and trying to manage the training portion of the business. I'm just gonna be right now because I always think, well, people have jobs during the daytime, and if I do nighttime classes, then Saturday classes, and I'm always trying to accommodate people, because I know you have a life. And anytime you're going into an entrepreneurship venture, you have a life going on, and your bills don't stop, your kids don't stop, your life doesn't stop, even though you have a dream that you want to achieve. And so with that, I decided, okay, I'm going to go on tour and go to different cities and do training. Go to people rather than them coming here. It's more economical for my clients because you guys don't have to pay to come here, pay for a hotel, take the time off work and things like that. And so what we did was we structured it in different cities. And I said, I titled this Atlanta because Atlanta is like going crazy. I have a class, a scheduling for Orlando, Florida, September 8th to September 14th. But honestly, a lot of people have been enrolling in the Atlanta class for September 17th through September 21st. I'm like, wow, Atlanta is hot there when it comes to freight, which they are. You guys are like hot when it comes to freight. It's a hot area. They have like the new hub they're building there in Atlanta, the new port they're building there in Atlanta. It's a lot that's going on in the ATO when it comes to freight. So anyway, I will be in Atlanta September 17th to September 21st. And the best thing about this training is it's a duo. You get dispatching training and you get freight agent training, all in that week. In that 1 week, you get taught how to do dispatching and you get taught how to do freight agent, which is basically freight brokering. I just don't teach the ownership part. The difference between a freight broker and a freight agent is that ownership capacity, which you can always enroll for an ownership course while you're there. You can decide to take the ownership course as well. But anyway, within that week, I'll be teaching agent and dispatching together. It's a very interactive course. I've been training this stuff for like 10 years, like I wrote the training manuals. I've had success. People that I've trained have had success. I like training people that have never touched the industry before, because it's raw. You know what I mean? And you can pour it into them. You don't have any negative aspects of things. They just kind of go out there and get it and do what they need to do, basically. So anyway, that's what Atlanta is all about. Let me pause for a minute and shut my mouth and look at some of these chats and see what you guys are saying out there. Let me see. Vaughn, okay, I'm in Atlanta. What's going on? Okay, how do you enroll? Very good question, Mr. Vaughn. How you enroll is you call my office or shoot me an email, or even right now, if you want to enroll. The training is $2,500, and you get dispatch training and you get your freight agent training all together combined in one. We require a $500 deposit for enrollment, meaning, once you pay your $500, it's not refundable or anything like that. That guarantees your seat. If you need to make a payment plan, then we set you up on your payment plan, and everything has to be paid within 7 days from the time that we're scheduled to tour into your city. If you decide, you know what, I'm just going to knock it all out in one payment, well, that's a blessing, and you're able to actually get the training for $2,000. You're able to get $500 knocked off. So that is like a really good blessing. If that's something that you want to do, then you just pay your $2,000. You have your seat. You're good. You have a week's worth of training, and from there we kind of go from there. I'm so excited. We did a Kansas City launch, and it was awesome. It was good. I want to brag on a couple of people. I have a client. She actually came through dispatching training, and today we met, and she's going to go buy a truck. She's like, no, Miss Elana, I really want to get a truck. And I'm like, are you sure? Because I'm always nervous. And I tell everyone, if you want to get a truck, it takes deep pockets, but I just know the money in this industry is definitely on the truck side. You want to make money and you want to see money quick, go get you a truck. And so she went through the dispatching training, and she's like, no, I want a truck. This is what I want to do. And, I have a truck purchase program, ownership program, where we help people get into trucks and teach them how to either manage their business, or we manage their operation for them and things like that. It's just a lot of things that we do that have to do with trucking here. So anyway, let me go to some of these requests down here. Marcus Pickens. Marcus, I have a little cousin. I call him Marky. He's like 27 years old, but I remember when he was born, I'm always like, Marky. So when I saw your name, I just want to say Marky. But anyway, so Marcus, I would like to attend one of your broker classes in November or December. Awesome. Perfect. It goes the same way. I don't know what city you're in. Like, what city are you in? And then, are you coming to Chicago? Are you coming to Houston? Okay, so that's another reason why I wanted to have this tour or this conversation today. So I scheduled for Orlando, Atlanta, Stockton, Dallas, Texas. So Orlando is September 8th to September 14th. Atlanta, September 17th through September 21st. Stockton, California is September 24th through September 30th. And Dallas, Texas is October 1st to October 7th. For me to say, okay, I'm scheduling a city, I have to have at least one person enroll. Like if it's one person, I'm willing to go. If it's one person, I'll go. Like one is good enough for me, you know? But that's the thing. Everyone's always like, are you coming to this city? Are you coming to that city? It's a lot that goes into the whole planning aspect of things. Even by me saying one person, my team is going to kill me. They're going to be like, what? Because we decided we needed at least 3 or 4 people to get to say, okay, this is a good city to attend to, you know? And I like to help anybody. I'm just like, well, can we do one person? They're like, no, you're going to lose money. You know, it's no point because you're going to lose money. But, you know, I have to at least have one enrollment to say, okay, let's go ahead and put this city on the tour. You know, that just makes good business sense. Just because someone says, well, come to Indianapolis, well, come to PA. Okay, if I come there, are you going to be there? Like if I catch a plane and I book the whole reservation thing and my team gets together and we all get on a plane to come to Indy, are you going to be there? And are you going to have people there for us to come to? Or are you just saying come? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a business aspect that goes along with everything. I would love to go everywhere, but I'm not rich and I can't just go. You know, for me to leave my office and leave my team and leave my drivers and all those type of things, it has to be something worth my while. Of course, you know, it would be ignorant of me to tell you guys differently. And I'm training you, you know, I'm training you on how to do good business, make good business choices, make good business decisions. And that would just not be a good decision, you know? Anyway, are you coming to Houston? So I'm coming to Dallas, you know. So what is that, like a 4-hour drive, 5-hour drive, or something like that? I would definitely recommend getting on the road, taking that drive, you know. Will you offer training for brokers in Atlanta? Yes, 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 Mr. Frederick. So when you sign up for class, you'll get a whole entire itinerary of how things will work out. If you want to go to the day session or the evening session, and we'll also have Saturday sessions in each city. So let's say, for instance, you can't go the whole entire week. So we have what's called a Saturday startup in each city, and that Saturday class is like a huge YouTube video where it'll just be training, talking about trucking, the different ways to get in, networking, and things like that. You know, if you're looking at going into an ownership of brokerage or a brokerage ownership or a truck ownership and owning your own business, that training will be available as well. The first step, however, is to enroll in the dispatch or the agent because that's going to give you your foundation. And then we'll talk to you about how we move forward on the ownership part of things. Because you have to have the foundation. Like you cannot be a broker if you don't know how to be an agent, you know, because a broker is the owner of the company. So you have a surety bond. So let's say you're sitting there with a surety bond and you're this fancy smancy, but then you don't even know how to get the shippers, you know, you don't even know how to get the trucks to the shippers. You don't have all of that together. So then you hire somebody, and I've seen this done several times before. You hire someone, and so you're paying these people to do this, but they're not making any money for your company. And so you're just paying them. You have to be able to do your business if no one else can do it. If everybody in this office decided to walk out right now, I can handle it. I can't drive that truck out there. So that I can't handle. I can't get behind that wheel, but I have enough sense and education behind me in trucking that I can do something. You know what I mean? I can manipulate and go around and this and that. I know how to do every aspect of my business other than drive the truck part, but everything else I know how to do. And that's important to me. And it should be important to you. Um, Let me see. I can come to Dallas. Sounds great. Very good, Q. All right, all right, all right. So, what another reason why I came on? So, the training, whatever city you're in, I need for you to get registered. And if you register, if you pay your whole entire money, then you get $500 off. Now, if because I'm doing a YouTube video, if you come from YouTube and you put in the email, I'm a YouTube viewer. If you say I'm a YouTube viewer, then you will get an additional $300 off. So let's just say, for instance, on a $2,500 class that you say, okay, Elana, I'm just gonna go ahead and knock it out and pay the $2,000 and be done with it. So now you're getting $500 off, and then you just put in your email, I'm a YouTube viewer. Then that means you get another $300, so you're paying $1,700 for the class. That's really $2,500. And when I say my class is worth every bit of $2,500, it's worth every bit of $2,500. I have people that have went through my class with one truck, and now I talk to them, they have like 10 trucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to make people money in this business. I'm not trying to brag on myself, but I am bragging on God, that's what I do. So anyway, that's just kind of, tad bit for you guys to know. So QD, just shoot an email over to Tour Elana, TOURELANA, at theekm.com, 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 or call the office 816-381-7983. Let one of the ladies that answers the phone, let them know, you watch me on YouTube and you want to go ahead and schedule for the tour. Let them know you're a YouTube viewer. And this is what Elana said, because they're probably like, what do you mean you get the class for $1,700? And they're going to come in here like, what are you doing? They always get mad at me because I'm always like, I want to help people. But tell them, what I said or whatever, and they'll get you going, and get you registered. Marcus, I'm in Mississippi right next door to Memphis. You're in Mississippi right next door to Memphis. Awesome, Marcus. The number is 816-381-7983. 816-381-7983. Marcus, if you're in Memphis, I haven't had anybody else request Memphis before, but if you want to sign up, we can put Memphis on the map, basically. I'm trying to think who else. I don't think I've heard Memphis yet, and Mississippi, I don't know how far. You can't be too far from Atlanta, though. I wonder how far it is from Atlanta. Okay, so Mr. Vaughn, is there a concern about the industry and lack of carriers? Awesome question. That's what I'm looking for. Is there a concern about the industry and lack of carriers? Not at all. Have you looked down your highway lately? When you drive down the highway, I tell people this in my training class. You can tell how the economy is going based on the trucks that are on the highway. If you're looking down your highway when you're driving and you see a bunch of semi trucks, even box trucks, the economy is going good. There is not a lack of carriers right now. There's a shortage on drivers. There's a driver shortage in the industry right now, but there's not a carrier shortage. People are opening and getting their own trucks every single day. You have drivers that are in those trucks and they see how much money can be made. And so they end up opening their own trucking company. Trucks bring in money. Freight brings in money. It's a money generating industry. Now, as far as the driver shortage, there's a strong driver shortage. Everyone's fighting for drivers. If you know any drivers, let me know. I give referral bonuses for anyone that can bring me a good quality driver. But no, there's not a carrier shortage right now. If there were, it would really be a good thing, because that means that us that are out there, the rates would go high for us. It's a supply and demand type of thing. But there's not a shortage on carriers. When you go on tour in Dallas, is it an all day class or all week? Very good. So the classes are 2 hours per day, whether you take morning session or the night session. And if you're taking the ownership part of it, then figure 3 hours a day. If you're taking ownership, then figures 3 hours a day. If you're only taking like freight agent, 2 hours. If you're taking freight brokering, 3 hours. If you're taking dispatching, 2 hours. If you're taking truck ownership, 3 hours per day. And it's for the entire week. It's Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday, you either do the morning session or you do the evening session, on both. And then the Saturday class is for 4 hours. It's a 4 hour workshop. Yeah, on the Saturday. Okay, let me see. Thanks a million. You're welcome. What's the number again? I'm gonna type the number in. Okay. Miss Yvonne. Okay, very good. Miss Yvonne. Thank you. You just don't know when you're looking at these screen names, you're like, okay, Viva, Y Vaughn, Mr. Vaughn. Okay, Miss Yvonne. Awesome, Miss Yvonne. And that's what I meant, drivers. Okay, Marcus Pickens. Are there an overage of brokers? Awesome question, Marcus. So when it comes to brokering is one of the most hardest, difficult things you can do getting into this industry. And I'm just going to be honest. When you look at brokering, it is, when you buy a truck or you get on a dispatch side, you kind of have a head start because you have access to load boards that can get you loads. So the minute you get that truck should be producing some type of revenue and the loads should start coming. The problem with the truck side is the expenses if the truck should break down. Now on the broker side, however, you're at bottom. You're at the bottom and you have to work your way up, which means that it's sales. It's 100% sales. You're on the phone, you're calling, you're marketing, you're getting out, you're meeting shippers, all those type of things. There are tons of brokers. And so would I say that there's an overage in brokers? I would say no, because when it comes to brokering, it comes to what do you have? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if there's a lot of if it's a lot of brokers out there. There are a lot of brokers out there. The industry is saturated with brokers, but it doesn't even really matter. What matters is your skills and what your skills bring to the table. And I wouldn't tell you that if I didn't truly honestly believe it. Yeah, it's saturated, but it doesn't matter. It's what kind of skills do you bring to the table? And what type of, do you know the sales process? Do you know how to get into shippers? Do you know how to do field sales? Do you know how to wine them and dine them? All those type of things. Are you consistent and staying on the phone? Do you have good work ethic? Do you have good work practice? Are you following a regiment to get to the people? All those type of things kind of go into it. Let me see. Thanks for posting that number. You're welcome. Any other questions at this point? Anything else? Beverly. Hey, Miss Beverly. What's the income potential for a dispatcher? That's everyone's like question. How much do dispatchers make? How much do brokers make? So of course, I can never just give an answer. I always have a story behind something. But, again, it goes back to you. It goes back to what you put in. I'm not going to give a figure. I'm going to say it goes back into what you put in. There are some people that have taken my dispatching class and, they haven't made any money. They haven't done anything. But then there's some people that have taken it and I mean, they're making very good money. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, one truck that you're dispatching, one truck should produce no less than $300 a week. As an independent dispatcher, if you're dispatching one truck, you should be making at least $300 or $400 off of that one truck. You charge percentage wise and things like that. You can make more, you can make less, but you shouldn't make less than $300 or $400 off of a truck that you're dispatching. But however you work your percentages out, all of that stuff I go through in training. So then you do the math. If you're doing 2 trucks, 3 trucks, whatever. Some people make more than that a week on a truck. My company, my dispatchers bring in, we make more than that. But I'm just saying, from my experience of being in the industry, starting off as an independent dispatcher and things like that, you shouldn't make less than $300 or $400 a week on a truck. Okay. And sometimes I'm scared to kind of, give those roundabout numbers and those figures, because you always have people on social media, well, this, well, that, and da, 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 da. I'm just telling you facts, of what I've seen. But you should not make less than $300 to $400 a week per truck. One person, you should be able to dispatch, I would say, one person, you should be able to hold down 3 to 5 trucks by yourself. Just depending, everything depends. Everything depends on you, how you are, what type of person you are, what type of go-getting attitude you have. If you're doing this part-time, if you're doing it full-time, what kind of lanes you're getting for your drivers, what type of rates you're drawing into them. It's an entrepreneurship venture. So the income potential is unlimited, but at the same time, it all goes back to you. So yeah. Anyone else? Ooh, Ashley. So Ashley is my assistant. So I saw this big paragraph pop up, and I'm like, "Ooh, okay, this person has a lot of questions." And then I saw the name Ashley. Okay, Ashley said, if anyone needs any more info or wants to know more details about the tour, please send an email to tourelana@theekm.com or Ashley Newsom at theekm.com. We will get that info sent right over to you. Thank you, Ash. So if I can brag on Ashley, Ashley's been with our company going on like 5 years or something like that, 4 years. And she is awesome. Like, she's incredible. Ashley actually works in the office. If you ever shoot me an email or call or something like that, most likely you'll get to Ashley. But now Ashley has an assistant. Ashley started off as my assistant, and now the business is growing so much that Ashley has an assistant, because Ashley is like so busy. We call her the everything in the office, but anyway, this is how awesome and incredible she is. She has a nonprofit, and it's called Justice for Angels. And she actually helps mothers of homicide victims, kids, children. Back in 2014, my assistant before Ashley, her 6-year-old daughter was murdered innocently, just coming out of a store. She was shot. And so, it had a great impact to the community. And then after that, there was like this flea. I don't know. It was the strangest thing of innocent kids getting killed by gunfire, So Ashley started a nonprofit, and I'm so super proud of her. She's been on the news. They've done documentaries, and she helps these others, and she coaches them back to life. And she doesn't even have any children, but she coaches them back to life, back to believing, back to not giving up on life. And just, it's just incredible. And you'll see, these mothers, and sometimes they come into the office, because we do a lot of nonprofit here in our office. We help a lot with the community. So they'll come into the office, and I'll see them maybe when it first happens, and then I'll see them like a year later or something like that. And they're like, bubbly, you know what I mean? And she teaches and helps them to help others. So I just wanted to put that plug in for Ashley. She's great. You can find her on Facebook, Ashley Newsom. Definitely, she takes donations, to help the kids. She does Christmas drives, back to school drives, because a lot of these parents, they had other children as well. And sometimes when things like that happens, as adults, we can go into depressions, you know what I mean? And not fulfill the other obligations that we need to. And so Ashley and her team, they jump in there and just help. And she's just a great overall individual and person. Anyway, let me see what we got. Marcus, depends on your motivation. So true, Marcus. So true. You have to be motivated. I can't. I mean, I could tell my. I couldn't even tell my story. You know what I'm saying? You have to motivation. You have to when you're doing entrepreneurship, no matter what it is. If it's Ashley has even struggled with her nonprofit from now and again. Trying to get donors or trying to get different things. No matter what your entrepreneurship venture is, you're gonna have hard times at some point, and that's why you have to stay motivated. And sometimes it's hard to motivate ourselves. You have to have positive music in the background. In my training class, the very first day, I talk about how is your office set up. You need a private room in your office where nobody comes. You have to train and teach everybody in your life, hey, this is what I do. This is my job. I work. Just because I'm at home doesn't mean I'm not working, and I'm not going to answer the phone. I'm not going to rip and run. I'm not going to be the babysitter. I'm not going to be the nurse. I'm not going to take on all these roles and responsibilities because I still have a job. And guess what? My job is 100% reliable on me. And so you work for you like you would work for anybody else. And that means that you have your motivational music. Our team, every morning here in the office, we have a team meeting. And before we touch the surface of business and what's going on, we do a motivational meeting. You know what I mean? I have some type of encouraging word to everyone. Ashley has a game that we might play, or something to get our brain going, to get that positivity going, because life beats you up in so many different ways. And Lord Jesus, I don't want to start preaching, but but whenever the enemy knows that you have like something that you're working on, and you're working on a big goal, and you have these dreams, and you're trying to get there and get there and get there, and the more that you try to get there, the more he's like, Marcus, and throwing things in the way. And so that's why it's important that we pour ourselves and we drench ourselves in positivity, wherever your positive comes from. My positive comes from my spiritual reading, my Bible study, teaching Bible study, listening to gospel music. That's where it comes from. Being surrounded around positive people that say, Elena, you can do it. You can do this, girl. You got this. I have to be around that to keep me motivated. And so, any naysayers, negative people, get away from them. I don't care if the blood runs thick and you got in your vein, because sometimes the ones that are closer to us can be the ones that are the more naysayers. I remember early on, my ex-husband and people, our family would say, why don't y'all get jobs? Because they didn't understand what we were doing. And I'm not ashamed to say we were losing so much, Marcus. I was losing. Like, I lost a car. You know what I'm saying? And we was taking a big L, honey. And family would be like, why don't you guys get your jobs back? You guys do good in corporate America. He can get a job and you can get a job. You don't have to suffer. But I wanted to suffer because it was something in me that said, if I stay right here, I know I can get somewhere. I know I can do something. Let me just stay right here. And I'm telling you, I thank God that I stayed. I thank God that the days I wanted to give up, I didn't give up. I can remember going to McDonald's with my little laptop computer and sitting at the desk in McDonald's, or sitting at the table at McDonald's and barely even having any money to order anything from McDonald's. But sitting there and moving my freight, making my phone calls, booking my freight, booking my loads, and people coming in McDonald's looking at me like, what is that crazy girl over there doing? And I'm booking freight. By the time I left McDonald's, I had some money. I might not have a lot coming in, but by the time I left, I was moving some loads. And so, hey, I'm good now, but that's just, it's the venture of entrepreneurship. And that's why everybody's not going to get there, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's not designed for everyone. Let me check out over here. I'm talking too much. Okay. She's on it. She's always on it. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. She's awesome. In other words, Ashley's very awesome. Okay. That's the truth. Sinitra! Hey, Sinitra. Oh my goodness. Sinitra. So Sinitra actually took one of my classes here in Kansas City, and she is getting a truck. I don't know if you guys got your truck yet, but oh my goodness, it's so crazy that you're on here, because I promise you this morning, I thought about you. I was like, I need to reach out to Sinitra and find out what's going on with them. But hey, Sinitra, it's awesome to see you on here. Miss Yvonne, yep, thanks for those pointers. You're welcome. Very true. Thank you. They don't understand the process of going out. Exactly, Marcus. People don't understand the process of going out on your own, and starting your own venture. Sinitra is on here. I wish she could talk and tell her story. She took my training and her story is awesome. How she worked. And let me say this, there's nothing wrong with corporate America. It's nothing wrong with working, like it's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong at all, but she took the venture and she decided to get out there and to start. And her story is so awesome, man, incredible how she built this business. She does real estate and she does business development and coaching for people. And she's just an awesome, incredible person. And so, I mean, that's just what it takes, but you have to be willing to take the L's. You got to be willing to take the L's. Not everybody can take the L. Not everybody can afford to take the L. You know what I mean? Not everybody can say, I want my car to be repossessed. I don't want my car to be repossessed, but hey, I mean, it happened. And, but when I bounced up way, way higher. And, I'm thankful that it did happen and that I went through the process, you know what I'm saying? And that I survived it, and it made me a stronger woman and a way better businesswoman, and things like that. Any other questions at this time? Because you guys, I can just ramble on and talk, and I'll probably end up getting happy on here because when I think about all that I've been through in this industry, and I think about God, and I think about all that He's done and what He's done, and like right now, my team, I could just brag on them. I have the most awesome, incredible team from the drivers to the dispatchers to the accountants to the HR department. Like it's no exaggeration. It's just God has surrounded me with wonderful people, and everybody is looking forward to making this goal, move forward. And at the same time, they all have their own personal goals in life. So everyone is on board trying to help everyone move together. And it's nothing like momentum when you get momentum going. Sinitra. Oh, good. She's coming to see us soon. Good. We're not going anywhere yet. We're actually, I want to move into a warehouse, but I mean, we're not moving right now. So come on over, Sinitra. It's not like we're packed up, ready to go right now. Are there any other questions at this time? Let me go through the tour information one more time. So tour. Right now, Atlanta is like booming. I don't know. It's just booming. Florida's not really booming. So I don't know, about Orlando, but we're scheduled for Orlando September 8th to September 14th. We're scheduled for the ATL September 17th through September 21st. I'm excited because we have some heavy hitter people that are going to be there. And I'm just excited about Atlanta. September 24th through September 30th, we're going to be in Stockton, California, which is Northern California. October 1st through October 7th, we're going to go into Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas. So the way that the training is $2,500 a seat. For $2,500, you get freight agent training and you get dispatching training. And then if you decide you want to enroll in the ownership part of class, you can, which is where we go on your own truck and we go into the truck side of things. Anyway, the classes are Monday through Friday, morning session and evening session, 2 to 3 hours, depending upon which course you take. Like I said, $2,500. If you say you're a YouTuber, you get $300 off. We require $500 down as a deposit. $500 down as a deposit. You do not get it back. It's non-refundable. So if you don't show up, it doesn't matter. It's non-refundable. After if you say, you know what, I just want to go ahead and knock it out, $2,000 gets you your seat. Don't worry about the extra $5. If you say I'm a YouTuber, you only pay $17. And you get your freight agent training, so it's awesome. And if you're looking at going into ownership, let us know and we'll get you enrolled into the ownership part of class. But before you can even go into ownership, you have to get the and your freight agent training. Let me see. Sinitra, thank you. So many L's, but God is good. Girl, ain't he good? He's so good. He's so good, so good, so good. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. So if you're looking to enroll, when we hang up, shoot an email over. Let us know if it's a city that you wanted us to come to. Let us know if you're serious about it. Like I said at the beginning of the call, don't just say, well, can you come to Indianapolis? Are you going to be there? Are you going to be there? If you're going to be there, honey, I'll show up. But if you're not going to be there, why am I going to come? That's why we got technology, because I still do online courses. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to be there, I will come if you're going to be there. But if you're not going to be there, then no, I'm not coming. It's kind of like inviting somebody to your house and they come knocking on the door and you're not there. Everybody else is there but you. So if you're going to be there, yeah, definitely. But anyway, those are our 4 cities right now: Orlando, Atlanta, Stockton, and Dallas. And we're adding to the tour. So if you're in the city, you want us to come, let us know so we can get you added and get you going and things like that. Anyway, I'll give it a couple minutes if anybody's typing or has any questions. And after that, we'll go ahead and close out. The question was asked, how much do dispatchers make? I said you should average about $300 to $400 a truck. $300 to $400 per truck is what you should be averaging. So of course you can get more, you can get less. You charge based on percentages. Now my trucks, my dispatchers, I'm a brag on them. They bring in $8,000 to $10,000 a week per truck. If not more. So just kind of all depends. I will email next month because I got some people that's interested. Perfect. Let us know. If you have some people, and we can probably get something set up, with your people and things like that. So that's awesome, Mr. Marcus. All right. Well, thank you guys very much. And keep the emails coming. Keep everything coming. If you want, I do 30-minute consultations for $125, and you can ask anything that you want to ask, where you want to go in the industry. We still do online training. Schedules can be proper, but I'll see, what I can fit in. Anyway, you guys have a nice, wonderful evening, and God bless you, and thank you. Bye.